Welcome back everyone. In this video we will be discussing the trades I took in the entire last week from 11th to 15th of May. I will be discussing these points of each trade, the time frame that I took the trade on, which setup appeared in this trade, what was the local time and what was the session in that time when the trade was taken, what was the confirmation made by markets that gave us a go ahead for the trade, what risk percentage I used, and what was the stop loss that I used in pips. So spoiler alert, I took 5 trades in this week. Watch till the end to get a better understanding of what happens behind every successful trade. So first off, we have first day of the week, Monday 11th of May. I took one trade on Monday, which was a sell at about 12:48 PM Pakistan Standard Time, which was after London Open and during London session. So the analysis was that price came down, made a low and gave us a pullback. 30-minute candle closed bearish, but it was not a very strong candle, so we go down to smaller time frame to get more information. And we have this. The last 15-minute candle had huge wicks, so we waited for a better confirmation to sell. So with this candle, the next 30-minute candle started, and in the first 15 minutes of that 30-minute candle, it made its upper wick, this thing. Next 30-minute candle started, and in the first 15 minutes of that 30-minute candle, it made its upper wick right around here, which was on the 15-minute. It gave us a close like this with no wick at the bottom. So we took the sell as the 30-minute candle broke the previous 30-minute candle's low with our stop loss at 30 pips above this current 30-minute candle high with a risk of 1.5%. So price breaking the previous 30-minute candle's low after first half of the 30-minute candle had passed was a strong confirmation for me. So I increased my risk from usual of 1% to 1.5%, which ended up in our favor with a return of 2%. Moving on to the next day of the week, Tuesday 12th of May. I took 2 trades on Tuesday. Both of them were sells, one here and the other started from here. First one was a loss because I entered early after spotting a impulse entry scenario on the 30-minute that you can see right here. I saw this and I went down to get an early entry, which was here. The reasoning behind the early entry was that last 15-minute candle, this one, had closed as a rejection, meaning that price at that moment in time, price had collected all the liquidity from the upside and made up a wick that is needed to go down in the second half of the 30-minute candle. That was this 15-minute candle, and I thought the price might just keep pushing without making a upper wick. So I entered a sell with a risk of 1%. Trade didn't go my way. Managed my position and closed 50% of my position when price broke its own high and flipped bullish. Stop loss hit with rest of the position, lost about 0.9%. Then gave myself a second chance when price broke the previous 30-minute exhaustion candle's low at around 9:48 AM Pakistan Standard Time, which is before pre-London. Also the 4-hour candle closes at 10 AM Pakistan Standard Time, so there could be volume because of that. Also I highlighted this as an opportunity to manage risk, so I would close 50% of my position if the 30-minute candle flips bullish. If I can manage my risk, I increase my risk. Entry went in with stop loss at current 15-minute candles high here with 2.3% risk on 63 pips. This was 63 pips. I closed partials here when price got to the most recent rejections. This was a wick fill. So at this wick fill, I closed partials with stop loss at break even, and break even got hit. Position got closed with 2.75% in profit. On the 30-minute, my second chance was looking like this. Open here, stop loss somewhere around here. Partials at the previous wick on the left hand side with stop loss at break even that got hit. Moving on to the next day of the week, Wednesday 13th of May. Took one trade on Wednesday, which was a sell at about 9:41 AM Pakistan Standard Time, which is before pre-London, and the 4-hour candle closed at 10 AM. So this was a sell which ended up in a loss. The 4-hour candle was bearish, so I tried to take an entry on the 15-minute anticipating price to keep on pushing down when this low was broken. So that did not happen. I closed my entire position when this 30-minute candle flipped bullish. So that ended up with a 1.23% loss. Moving on to the next day of the week, Thursday 14th of May, I took one trade which was a sell on the 30-minute. There was a huge rejection on the upside at this resistance, so I took a sell when price went up and broke this previous candle's low with a stop loss here, and price went down, closed partials and then closed entire position. This trade was at about 10:24 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time, and our risk was 2% because we were executing on the 30-minute. Here you can see we executed on the 30-minute, so we had an opportunity to manage risk. When this candle flips bullish, we close 50%, so I increased my risk to 2%, took partials here and then closed full position at 1.94%. On the 30-minute it looked like this: candle rejection at resistance, and then we had a strong bearish candle. The next 30-minute candle started here. The 15-minute in its first half made its upper wick and then broke the previous candle's low when entry went in, and the rest is history. Moving on to the next day, that is Friday 15th of May, I took one trade that was a perfect sell, impulse entry sell on the 15-minute. You can see here price was ranging in these zones, in these ranges, and then we had a breakout. The next 15-minute candle just closed as an impulse entry. The time was exactly 10 o'clock in the morning, so entry went in when the previous exhaustion candle's low was broken with stop loss here, TP down there, 1-to-1 easy. On the 30-minute it looked just like this. 30-minute closed outside this, and then we had our entry at this new 30-minute candle open. So these were the trades that I took in the last entire week of March that ended up with results like these. You can verify each trade. The history could not be shown in one image, so I cropped it. You can verify. We have total profit of $562, that is 5.62%. So we have made 5.62% in 1 week with a total of 6 trades. So that is good. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, and I wish you a very best trading week ahead.